through the making of art, we find our differences as well as our commonalities. And I really felt that the arts are the way to connect people to people, and that started this collaboration years ago. In the beginning, I was not sure how we would all meet, where would our languages meet together. We have found a common ground. And sometimes we don't connect, and that's okay too. The great thing is that we've got these incredible artists who've been willing to come from different parts of Australia. Many of them have never traveled before outside of Australia. So this is the first time they've crossed the oceans and they've come to India. And upon reaching here and feeling like for the first time they're in a space where they look like everyone else. So this has been really wonderful to see how much they feel at home.
We've discovered working on this that a lot of the stories, the words, what the words mean, we actually have the same words and stories, just told differently or pronounced a little bit differently. We can see the Indian heritage in Australia. When we were up in Orville, we went to a show there, and there was a young girl there that was using a bull roarer. And I could hear the sound, and it just takes me home because it's an ancient Aboriginal artefact. And when she was standing on the stage all the way over here in India, and she was using the bull roarer too, and it was like, oh, and it was just that another connection just pops up. They've been popping up all over the place.
I think this is very new, especially for my mob, my people, where I come from. I think I'm the only person that in my community, in the Yolngu community, far northeast of Arnhem Land in the Northern Territory, to actually come over here and collaborate with Indian women to get a message across of our waterways. And I think this is very, very different from my culture.
I feel really honoured and proud that I can showcase not only my culture but intertwine with Indian culture, and we find that we have very similar stories about water and issues about water, and I feel that it's very important, and Churning Waters has been a really great platform to showcase and promote the care of the earth and water.
Churning Water வந்து எனக்கு வந்து ஒரு மகாபாரதமே படிச்ச ஒரு ஃபீலிங் இருந்தது. ஏன்னா எல்லா விஷயமும் புதுமை, எல்லாமே வித்தியாசமா இருந்தது. நிறைய கத்துக்க விஷயங்களும் இருந்தது. அதை தவிர்த்து இந்த ப்ரோகிராம் வந்து நம்ம ஆடியன்ஸ் கிட்ட கொண்டு போயிட்டு காட்டுற மாதிரி இல்லை. ஆடியன்ஸ் நம்மள வந்து கூட்டிட்டு போயிட்டு பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் பண்ண மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீலிங் இருந்தது. அது ரொம்ப வித்தியாசமா புதுமையா இருந்தது. அதை தவிர்த்து எனக்கு என்னன்னா கூத்தும் பரதநாட்டியம் கலந்து ரொம்ப நாள் ஆச்சு. ஏன்னா அது வந்து நார்மலாக பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க இப்போ நிறைய பேர். ஆனால் கூத்து பரதநாட்டியம் ஆஸ்திரேலியனோட கல்ச்சர், அவங்களுடைய கதைகள் கலந்தது இதுதான் முதல் ப்ராஜெக்டாக இருக்கும், பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸாக இருக்கும்னு நான் நம்புகிறேன்.
We decided to combine our understanding of the earth and how we would honor the earth in similar ways, and to always think about the larger question about the planet.
It's a story of pollution, and the only planet that we have to live on is this one. It's a story that affects everybody on the planet. And one of the things that the elders from where I come from, they tell me that if we look after the country will look after us.
So we're looking at ourselves not just in relation to other people, but it's also other species, to not consider and privilege ourselves above others. And I think that's the message around our water futures, if we're going to have it, that I think this project strives to achieve.
When Priya introduced me to Vicky, we went to the museum where I could hear the sounds of indigenous people, which were similar to our Samaveda hymns. So that triggered, that was a triggering point for me to compose a song which could match their sound system. So I started composing few compositions for that collaborative effort, which was Serpent Dreaming. And then this project, if you ask me, this is a little more, more people involved in this, and 3 different indigenous communities, and also the Kutha artists. So it was a bit challenging to find a, a line of thing that can match with every other community and the art form. So I was able to compose quite a few songs that can suit the current theme. I'm happy with the presentation and the how it has emerged and taken a good shape to convey some message to the audience.
The way we tell stories and the way the Aboriginals in Australia tell stories is very different. And coming from an Indian way of telling story, which moves laterally, which moves horizontally, which moves in all directions, circular, etc., and has small kades, big stories, etc. And everything is very neatly tied up in our stories. There is a message, there is a beginning, there is a middle, there is an end. So when I was listening to the stories of the Aboriginals in Australia, when they were telling the stories like serpent dreaming or the whale dreaming, I said, okay, so then what happens? I always wanted it to proceed in the way I'm used to in Indian stories. So it took me a while to understand how to approach this entire collaboration, how to understand, how to assimilate what I am seeing, what I am hearing. So it has been a very humbling, it has been a huge learning experience, because I have literally learned to unthink and learn to take in what I am told and not interpret it the way I am used to, but try and get into the spirit of how they think.
The thing that I learned from this journey is when the people are coming out of their country and out of their shell, this is the first time the Aboriginals, indigenous people are coming to India, and how much they have adapted to our environment or whatever, the people, behavior, everything. So I really learned that from them. And just not that, the warmth that the Kutha artists, the people, when we visited the village, the genuine smile and their warmth and their welcoming. We could see the honesty in the way they invited us. So that was really amazing.
My first time overseas ever, and I've come to India, which has been wonderful. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time here.
So it has been a fabulous experience. It has taught me not to take anything or anybody for granted. It is a reiteration that what we know is just that much. There is so much more in this world that we need to learn.
So as an artist, I've really gained a lot of international experience, and I've able to understand from the small villages to the big cities the importance of water, and it was a real honour to be able to showcase my own knowledge on Indigenous, our Dreamtime stories, and it's just been really powerful, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
நான் வந்து இந்த ப்ரோக்ராமில் வந்து ட்ரம்ஸ் வாசிக்கிறேன். ஃபஸ்ட் டைம் வந்து ஒரு ஐடியாவில் வந்து வந்தேன். நெக்ஸ்ட் இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணும்போது ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருந்தது. ஏன்னா இதில் பரதநாட்டியம் இருக்குது, கர்நாடிக் மியூசிக் இருக்குது, அதுவும் இல்லாமல் ஆஸ்திரேலியன்ஸ் மூவி பார்க்க முடியுது. ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்காக இருந்தது பண்ணுறதுக்கு. அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் என்ன தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டோன்னா, ஆஸ்திரேலியா என்ன நடக்குதுன்றது தெரிஞ்சிக்க முடிஞ்சுது. அந்த நாட்டு மக்கள் எப்படிலாம் கஷ்டப்படுறாங்கன்னு தெரிஞ்சிக்க முடிஞ்சுது. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணது. ரொம்ப நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
நான் வந்து இந்த டீமில் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஹார்மோனியம் வாசிக்கிறேன். அந்த ப்ரோக்ராமுக்கு எனக்கு இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணுறதுல ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. நாங்கள் வந்து கூத்து தான் வந்து ஆடுவோம், ஃபுல் நைட் ஆடுவோம் கூத்து. இதுவரையும் நாங்கள் ஆடினதில் வந்து நான் எந்த ப்ரோக்ராமும் மென்ஷன் பண்ணி கூட எதுவும் நாங்கள் ஜாயின் பண்ணி ஆடினதில்லை. நாங்கள் இது வரையும் இதே முதல் முறையில் வந்து நாங்கள் பரதநாட்டியம், கர்நாடிக் மியூசிக்கு, அப்புறம் ஆஸ்திரேலியனோட சேர்ந்து ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். இதில் பண்ணதில் வந்து ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது எனக்கு. இவங்களாம் வந்து கற்றுக்கிறது என்னென்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, கொஞ்சம் பொறுமையும் தேவைப்படணும். இப்போ கற்றுக்கிறதுக்கும் கூட ஜாயின் பண்ணதுக்கும் வந்து பொறுமையும் தேவைப்படணும் வந்து நான் கற்றுன்னு ப்ரோக்ராமில் வந்து.
இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் என்னோடய கிராமத்தில் நடந்ததுக்கு நான் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷப்படுறேன், பெருமையாகவும் இருக்குது. ஏன்னா வெறும் கட்டை கூத்தோ இல்லை ட்ராமாவோ பார்த்த ஒரு ஆடியன்ஸ் முன்னாடி இப்படி புதுமையான ஒரு நாடகம் பார்த்ததில் என் ஜனங்களுக்கு இருக்க சந்தோஷம் அவங்களுடைய கைத்தட்டல் மூலயமா எங்களுக்கு எல்லாருக்குமே கிடைச்சிது. அதில் ரொம்ப பெருமைப்படுறேன். ஏன்னா முதல் கட்டைக்கூத்து பெண் அப்படின்றதுனால தான் இந்த வாய்ப்பு என் கிராம மக்களுக்கு கிடைச்சதுல நான் ரொம்ப நம்பிக்கையோடு இருக்கேன்.
Definitely, I am going to take back a story that is based on contemporary but also tradition. It's part of history, that all of this came together because of history that was made. History by early colonization, and that it's still here, and we want to perform in a way that hopefully will get that message across to audience. I think I have had a lovely time, culture exchange, and this means important to me.
Everybody has put in something of theirs so that everybody owns it, and it's a collective feeling of togetherness, and friendships have been made, and it's really about those relationships between women that has become very important to the project, more than, say, other intercultural projects that value the product. We are very much interested in the process, and although we have to create products along the way, this project is already 2 years old, more than that, and it keeps growing and growing. I still find myself quite in disbelief that it's actually happened, because it's taken so much effort and energy to make it work, and so many challenges. I really did not think this day would come, but I'm very, very grateful for all the sponsors, the partners who helped make it happen on the larger level, the High Commission in Delhi, the Australian High Commission, the Creative Victoria, who had faith in us, who promoted this, to all the partners here that Shreya helped organize. Without all of this work, I don't think we could have done it. And I still think we have a long way to go, and hopefully this will be the start of something big, and people will actually acknowledge that you can be contemporary, do contemporary art, but yet keep your own style. And although it all comes together in really interesting ways, there are also jarring moments where it doesn't, and that's the beauty of it.